Hello, it's Leslie here. Today I wanted to review this Russian dictionary. This is the Berlitz brand, Berlitz Russian concise dictionary. I don't think they're actually making this anymore because on the Berlitz homepage they're only doing the smaller compact dictionary, I think, in Russian. Let me just check that. Yeah, it appears they're only publishing the compact and the pocket version. So there's 4 versions of this dictionary. There's the pocket one, which is the smallest one. There's the compact one, which is a little bit bigger. Then there's this one, which is called a concise one. And then there's a bigger one, which is called a standard one, which is the big one. So I'm not sure whether they've ever made the Russian dictionary in the standard one, but they do they had the concise one. They don't have it anymore on their webpage anyway, but you can probably still pick it up from eBay and Abbey Books, secondhand possibly. So the reason I like this dictionary is just one thing really about it, and that is the words are, I'll stand up, the words are they've got blue head words, which is really very handy. It makes it a lot easier to read and find words. So for that alone I bought this version. Normally I like other brands, but for this thing I bought one of these in Japanese, I bought one in Italian, and the thing is, yeah, they're not publishing them anymore. So my advice to you is to pick one up from eBay before they're all sold out. Yeah. There was a few times I looked up a few words and they weren't in here, so they're not massive, but they're big enough. They have most things. Most of the time I just use Google Translate anyway, but there are times when I like to have a dictionary. Like, I like to be able to, one of the things I like about having a dictionary, there's 2 things about it, right? One, I like having the words essentially in a big column, in a big row, one after the other. You don't get that on the internet. You don't get to see, if you look up a word like, I don't know, well, it says this. The first one is perevozit. Well, you can look up what's above that, all the words with the prefix pere. So you can look up pere begaj, pere bagaj. You know, you can start looking at pere devaj, pere dvigat, and all that sort of thing. So you can start looking what's around that word, which I find it's easy to discover new words that way by browsing in an old-fashioned dictionary. And the other thing I like is, you know, you can pick this book up, and it doesn't have batteries. You can pick it up after, you know, years later, and it'll work. You know, so if there's a power outage or something like that, you know, I come to this book. You know, that doesn't happen that often, but you know, I don't always like looking up things on my phone. So it's nice to have another way to do it. But most of the time, if I'm watching a series, I won't actually use this dictionary. I'll use Google app. But even so, I'm glad I got this. I think it's one of the better ones out there. And just the blue headwords make it easy to read. The other thing I wanted to say is I wouldn't probably bother with the smaller one. I tend to, for the smaller one, I recommend not Berlitz, but I recommend that one, just because it's very small. I'll do a separate review about that one. but yeah, this is a good size. I used to think that smaller was better with things, you know. Why buy a big dictionary when a smaller one is cheaper? And I'll show you my original Russian dictionary that I bought 20 years ago, so you can see the difference. Back in the day, I walked into my local bookshop probably in the year 2020 or something around there, and picked up this book here, this Russian dictionary. This is before probably even Amazon and all. I don't even know. It was a long time ago. But have a look how small the words are, you know, compared to this one. So I'll see if it focuses. One, you can kind of read, you know, with this one, when I was 20, I had a little bit better eyesight, but even then I needed reading glasses. But this, you can only read this for so long, you get eye strain, and everything's in the same color. And this book right here is one of the reasons I initially quit Russian, because I thought this is just impossible. So I don't recommend buying the smallest dictionary. I recommend buying this one, which you won't get eye strain with it. It's just a lot more comfortable to read, you know, and then you're more likely to keep looking up new words. So, and then you just leave it at home. You know, it's not a dictionary I would take around with me, because then you have your phone with you. But it's a dictionary for the home or office or wherever, and leave it at that. So that's my Russian dictionary that I'm using. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.